Hello friends, good evening. Welcome to my channel UPSC 24/7. So in this session we will discuss the concept of divorce, what is divorce and what is a section that is mentioned in our Hindu Marriage Act. So we will also discuss in particular the concept of adultery. So let us begin. So friends, Hindu custom mentions that marriage is sacred. Once the marriage is done, once the marriage happens, then the relationship continues till the end. Even the Manu Dharma Shastra mentions that separation of wife from the husband is not allowed. And in the Hindu custom, it is generally, there is a belief that marriages are made in heaven. So it is considered as sacred. But then in the year 1955, Hindu Marriage Act got passed, and under this act there is a section 13, and this section 13 provides grounds for divorce. It means there are certain grounds that are provided under this section 13 of this Hindu Marriage Act, and under these grounds, if the court satisfies that if one of the ground is getting fulfilled, then the court will pass a decree of divorce. So now we will look what are the grounds for divorce. Yeah, so friends, there are many grounds that are provided under this section 13. So first one is adultery. So in this session we will we will understand what is meant by adultery, and we will also discuss some of the important case laws related to adultery. Next one is venereal disease. So friends, if either of the spouse, either wife or husband, if they have some venereal disease, and even if they have leprosy disease, then it becomes a ground for applying for divorce. Conversion means conversion to other religion. If either the husband or wife, for example, let us say if wife got converted to other religion and if husband did not like that, then he can apply for divorce. Insanity means, friends, having some mental disorder or unsoundness of mind, it also becomes a ground for divorce. Next is presumption of death means if the wife and husband, if they are unknown for 7 years, then it also becomes a ground for divorce. For example, let us say if the wife, she was not found to husband up to 7 years, then husband can presume that his wife died and he can apply for divorce. Next is renunciation of world is also a ground for divorce. Next is desertion. So desertion means, if, let us take an example, if wife leaves the husband without telling any reason or without any reasonable cause, there is no reason at all, and if the wife leaves the husband or if the husband leaves the wife, then it also becomes a ground for divorce. And cruelty, again there are subtypes in cruelty, like physical cruelty and mental cruelty. So it is also a ground for divorce. So in this session we will discuss in particular about adultery. So adultery, just now I have said, it is one of the grounds for applying for divorce. So we will understand the definition of adultery. So friends, adultery means when a man or woman who is married as per Hindu Marriage Act and who has indulged in voluntary sexual intercourse. So friends, before understanding the meaning of adultery, we will understand some more things, like here they are telling married as per Hindu Marriage Act. So it means under Hindu Marriage Act there are certain conditions. When those conditions are satisfied, then only we can say that yes, this marriage is valid. Yes, this marriage is valid. For example, like age of the parties, if the bride should complete the 18 years and bridegroom should complete the age of 21 years, right? If they are marrying before the age of these two, then it is considered as illegal. So there are certain conditions, and also both the wife and husband should be monogamy. So there are certain conditions under Hindu Marriage Act. Now we will understand the meaning of adultery with an example. So let us take with an example, husband and wife, and they both got married. Friends, here I am discussing after marriage, the scenario after marriage. Before marriage, if the wife and husband, if they have some sexual intercourse with some other person, then it doesn't matter. So here I am discussing about after marriage. So once they got married, and after marriage, let us take an example. If wife has some relation with wife, relation means here if wife has some sexual intercourse with wife, and if husband has some sexual intercourse with Z, then it becomes a ground for divorce. This is known as adultery. Having voluntary sexual intercourse other than his or her spouse. If wife has some relation with Y, then husband can file a case in the court and he can apply for divorce. And same is the case with the wife. If husband has some relation with Z, then wife can also file a case in the court and she can also apply for divorce. I hope you understood this concept, what is meant by adultery. So friends, here under this Hindu Marriage Act of 1955, there was an amendment made to this act. Amendment means some changes has been made, some changes has been brought to this act, and it was very necessary because before, and that amendment was done in the year 1976. So before 1976 and after 1976, we will understand what was the change that made to this act. So before 1976, the definition mentioned living in adultery. But after 1976, they replaced this definition of living in adultery with single adultery. It means, we will understand this with an example. If husband has some affair with or some sexual intercourse, let us say Z. So now wife can file a case in the court against husband, right? She can apply for divorce, she can file a case in the court. But here what was the scenario before 1976 was, here wife is filing a case in the court, right? So now wife has to prove in the court that, now the burden is on wife, that she has to prove in the court that yes, her husband has some relation with Z and they are living in adultery since long time. So she has to prove. But this definition got changed to, and it was replaced with single adultery. It means now wife, she has to prove in the court that if single act of adultery is enough, even if there was one time adultery between husband, this person H and this person Z, then that is sufficient ground for applying for divorce. So here it means after 1976, the burden on wife got reduced. And another most important point here is, in adultery there is no need of direct evidence, only circumstantial evidence is enough. So here there is a very famous case law on this point. We will understand this with an example. Timmappa Dasappa versus Timmamma Kon Timmappa. So here it is a famous law, friends, and here the court has clearly said that circumstantial evidence is enough. So here what happened in this case was, husband found her wife many a times with stranger, and husband found his wife many a time with stranger in stranger's room. So here it is a very clear evidence. Though it's not a direct evidence, it's a circumstantial. Wife staying in stranger's room, it means here the circumstances itself shows that she has some relation with this stranger. So here the husband, he can file a case against wife and he can apply for divorce. So this is a famous case, Timmappa Dasappa versus Timmappa Kom Timmappa. So friends, there are also other laws which court says that some of the things are that doesn't come under adultery. For example, in Chandramohini versus Avinash case, here the court said that mere love stories to wife by other person would not amount to adultery. So here court said that just because some other person is sending love letters to the wife doesn't mean that they have some relation and that amounts to adultery. No. So here court clearly said that adultery should have some voluntary sexual intercourse. And in other case, Champa Gauri versus Jamna Das. This is Jamna Das. Yeah, in this case also court mentioned that having some close moments or having some jokes with other person, accompanying in cinema halls does not constitute adultery. So again court made it very clear, just because having some close moments, having some fun with other guy, it doesn't amount to adultery. So adultery here, it clearly says that adultery should involve some sexual intercourse. So, and finally, yeah, now the question is adultery a crime? So friends, section 497 of IPC talks about adultery. So section 497. So now the question is adultery a crime? So friends, remember up to 2018. Till 2018 it was a crime, but after 2018 Supreme Court has struck down this section 497 of IPC and clearly said that it is no more a crime. So, but remember friends, though it is not a crime, but committing adultery is unethical. It is a civil wrong. So that is the reason why, though it is not a crime, but still it is a ground for applying for divorce. It means either the husband or wife, they can apply for divorce if their spouse has committed adultery. So yeah, that is all for the day friends. So in this session we have learned what is divorce, what is adultery in specific, what is section 497 and the grounds for divorce. So that's all for the that's all for the day. Thank you so much, and if you like my video then please do share the video and please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.